I got myself a new little toy. We're taking a look at the Husqvarna Viking. It's the Sarah model. Maybe that's just her name, I'm not sure. Anyway, got a sewing machine. Kind of cool. I haven't sewn in years. I used to do a little bit myself. I used to make hats. I actually even made a pair of pants once. But, I haven't used this in at least a year and a half. The last time I used this sewing machine, you would have seen it in my underquilt video, which is on my Wet Paddles channel, youtube.com/wetpaddles. If you do have a sewing machine, haul it out, brush the dust off, let's get this project started. It's so easy. So today, we're going to do a really simple sewing project. We're going to make ourselves some bags for our gear, using an old pair of pants, some scissors, and a sewing machine. If you want to get more technical with it, you can add stitch cutter, some chalk, some straight pins, and a ruler of some kind if you need to make specific measurements. Alright, so what I want to do tonight is make a bag for this fuel bottle. So first thing we're going to do is pick a pant leg, and we're just going to lay the fuel bottle down just to see sort of how big it's going to end up being. A little bit extra slack there. I'm just going to take my chalk out a line. So at this point, you can just cut the pant leg off as straight as possible. Okay, so for demonstration purposes, we're just going to make the easiest bag possible. So all I've done is trimmed off all the extra hairy fluff and all the threads. We've opened up that pant leg. I want the dark material on the outside of the bag when it's finished. So what we're going to do is flip the material inside out. And then when we're done, we're going to flip this whole thing through itself, and all of the rough seams are going to be on the inside of the bag. So I'm using upholstery thread in the sewing machine, and that is nice strong thread, and what that's going to allow for is a lot tighter stitching, and when the bag is done, it's going to be a lot more durable. Okay, so all we're basically going to do is pick a side to sew and sew it up. Place it down to where we want it. Now there is a big seam on here, so we're going to have to make sure that we go very slowly over that. Drop the foot. Okay, coming to the end, we're going to back it up. Bring it forward, lock it in. The needle is up. We're going to raise the foot, lock it out. Okay, so now you can see I've just about touched the edge, but we've got a solid piece here, so I can go back and I can re-stitch a couple more layers in there if I really have to. And you want to make sure you cross the line you've already done. Drop the foot. There you go. Push it in. Back. Okay, let's sew through. And we're done. Now, I'm going to pull this out. We've got some thread coming with it here. There we go. So if we take this, we flip it inside out, we have, in its simplest form, a bag. So we can take our fuel bottle and stick it in the bag. That is the easiest sewing project you'll ever do. 2 straight lines, and you've made yourself a bag. Pretty cool, huh?